Hi, my name is Kelly Amos, and I want to take you through my system for tracking your nutrients and using the container system or the portion fix containers with Beachbody. I use this a lot with my clients. I love the system. I can use it whether someone needs to lose a significant amount of weight and really isn't comfortable with portion control or even any meal prep or eating healthy food. I can take them from basically ground zero, as well as somebody who already does pretty much have their nutrients and portions dialed in, but just needs a little tweaking and really a way to create more awareness. And I can start to do some fine tuning all the way to working with my son is a Division I football player, and he needs to put on 5 pounds by September. I can help him to gain weight and help him also enhance his performance through nutrition by using the containers. So this really is has been kind of a universal or a revolutionary thing. I use it universally, but a revolutionary thing for me as far as working with my clients. So what you will get, and if you're part of one of my groups, this is uploaded in the group. Here is your food list. Now this is not exclusive. If there's a protein on there that you're sure it's a protein and it's not listed, that doesn't mean that you can't have it. This is just a general list that is made up. Each program through Beachbody since 21 Day Fix came out is using the same system. So each program that you get will have a meal plan and will have even more recipes in a separate food list. So this is something that I encourage people to print up and keep it in their purse or on their fridge, and just to keep it handy. The other thing that you will get in my group is how to use the containers. And basically there's an equation that comes with your program. And so if you haven't received the program, then I help you with that. And whatever column you fall into, I personally am not a calorie counter. That's not how I want to teach people to nourish their bodies. I don't think that's I mean, a Costco muffin is 750 calories. So if that's how many calories you're going to consume in a day or part of it, I would rather you track your nutrients. And so again, this helps you to track nutrients and have a more well-rounded, healthier diet. But the calories are still going to be there. How many calories you need to consume in a day is based on your resting metabolic rate, your activity level, whether you're exercising or not, and if you have an active lifestyle, and as well as the thermic effect of food. Eating food is one of the things that determines how many calories you burn in a day. So this is where, I will fall into this based on the equation, and on an average day of not very much exercise. And so I would need to fill my green container 3 times, my purple container twice, my red container 4 times, my starches or my carbs, my yellow container twice, and then I've got my fats. And again, those are all on the list that were there. The kits do not come with a teaspoon because pretty much everybody has at least 1 teaspoon. And we can talk about how, again, this is more, we get into an individual thing. This is just your basic information training, how I use this, but we would definitely have a conversation on how you specifically, based on your goals, would use this, and I would be maybe even more specific on what you're putting into your container. The Beachbody program has you tracking using tally marks, and that was very frustrating for me, and one of the reasons that I developed my own system here for tracking. I don't eat by tally marks. I just don't. So I felt like a failure. I couldn't do it. It was too, and here's someone, I'm a nutrition specialist. I know what I'm doing here as far as eating, and I had a really hard time with it. So the system that I've developed, pretty much everybody is really embracing and really loves it. So I'm going to talk about that now. So this is the sheet that I've created. I drink Shakeology every single day. So my sheet, which I would encourage everyone to do, this is the I need to make sure I'm sharing here. let me get you back here. I think I lost my sharing. Let me bring that back. Nope, wrong one. Okay, so I'm trying to get back to this one here, hoping you can see it. With this sheet, I'm having a little trouble here, and I apologize about that. Getting here we go. Okay, so with this sheet, I have already put in Shakeology is a protein. So I know if I get to fill my red container 4 times in a day, then I'm going to start my day with Shakeology. That's what every single day I drink Shakeology. So for me, I needed to make this a lot simpler, and I have children and a husband, and so I'm responsible for other people, as well as I am not perfect with this. I am not a fruit eater. I'm not it's not that I don't like fruit, it's just not my go-to. I will fill my vegetable container all day long. So, and that's where one of the things I love about this is you get this awareness of where you're lacking or where you're over consuming, because really it's not about exclusion, it's about inclusion. I need to take out more of this so that I can bring in more of this so that I can be more nutritionally rounded. What we need to do is we need to I see Shakeology in this program as cellular therapy. it's nourishing your body properly. So I need to make sure that I'm tracking or eating my fruit. That's the area that I struggle with. So if I'm left by the end of the day, I'm going to have my 2 fruit containers, maybe one of my yellows. I might have. I will definitely have a couple teaspoons left. So what am I going to make my family for dinner? So that just didn't work for me. What I need to know is if I know how my day is going to start. My day is going to start with Shakeology. And how is my day going to end? So if I planned my dinner and plugged in my dinners ahead of time, and I try to do at least 3 days in advance of meal prep, if I do that, then I can fill in the holes. So what I'm going to do now, every program that Beachbody has that includes the containers has recipes, and I'm going to show you in the screen now here. Here's in 21 Day Fix Extreme. This is for the meatloaf. And so what you'll see is if I make this meatloaf makes 8 servings. And so if I have an 1/8 of this meatloaf, that's the equivalent to half a purple, 1 red, and half a yellow. So if I'm going to make the meatloaf on Monday, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to write for the purple, it was, for the protein, I'm going to type in, oopsie, meatloaf. Oops, I got meatloaf. I'm going to type in meatloaf. And on the starch, and I actually don't, I am paper and pen girl. I write things, so this is not formatted specifically for writing in. I'm going to put half meatloaf, and then I also had half of purple. That's for the tomato. Half meatloaf. So I can see on Monday morning, I can see how many holes I have. Then I can fill in the blanks. For lunch, I might have a salad, so I'm going to have some lettuce, and I'm going to fill my container with the lettuce, and then I might fill my container with some broccoli and some peppers and some carrots and some celery or whatever, and so I might fill one whole container with a bunch of different veggies, so I would write in salad there, and so I would have chicken for that, and I would have salad written in there and veggies there, and then I would come down here and I would put some, maybe put some pumpkin seeds on there and write in pumpkin seeds. And so I can fill in the holes. So for me, if I plan my dinners in advance, then that made it, seriously, it made all the difference to me in the world. So where else do you go? What if you don't have a program, and or you have a program but you want more variety, more options? With that, we're going to go to my website, and my website is coachkellia.com. And let me just find that here and get on screen share. So here, we'll go to my website, and if you go under Eat Smart, Recipes, every one of the recipes that Beachbody has, and you guys, this blog is awesome. It has so much stuff. I don't know why this is so slow loading here, but it's really slow loading here. I apologize about that. But every one of these recipes has the container equivalents at the bottom, and these are all help. I mean, you should live here, and I strongly encourage my clients, especially the first week. This is a very simple program. I mean, it's not, this meal plan is just portion control and eating clean. It's not that challenging to do, except for when you want to start to bring those into how you're already eating. And so then your own recipes, and it gets a little confusing then. So I highly encourage my clients to start with the recipes here, even if you're just going to make a couple of them, to get comfortable with how you're going to be tracking, because the portion and the measuring is already done for you. So if we click on dinners, I'm just going to get a list, just lists and lists and lists of different dinner options. And so I can scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there's 19 pages of this. So you can really find anything. And if I click on here, then I can see see what it is, and I can see the pretty pictures. But then I get the recipe. I see how many servings it is and how to make it. But then I also get the nutritional facts. And for each program that Beachbody has that follows a different, they follow some different systems. It's all, when you take away all the tools and everything, all it is portion control and clean eating. But they will present it in a different way. So here, where we are with containers, when I make this, which I'll probably make on Wednesday night, I would have 2 green containers, half of a yellow, half of a red, and 1.5 teaspoons. So I would go in and fill in on my sheet. I would fill that in. I would just write in for my dinner for Wednesday. So on Wednesday, even if it's Monday, I'm going to see that I've already pre-filled out Shakeology for 1 protein, and then I would write the pad thai under those cells or those sections there. So I would see in advance what I had for the day because I knew how I was going to end my day. Now, one thing that you might see here, it says containers. On some, it might say 21-day fix. On some, it might say portion fix. The containers originated with our 21-day fix program. Everybody loved them and was having amazing results. So they're available as the portion fix. So they transitioned the name to portion fix, but now they're just saying containers because that's how people know it is. The containers, or some of my clients call them the little boxes. And it really is a surprising amount of food, you guys. I mean, I was kind of scared to do it at first because I looked at the boxes, I'm thinking I want to eat. And it is a shocking amount of food. So in fact, my husband just used the containers a few weeks ago, and I think he was very surprised at how much food it was, especially all the veggies that he needed to eat. You can also do a search though. So if there is something that you want to make, or a chili or a breakfast or appetizer or something that you already have a recipe for, and you would like to see if there's an option, just to, again, make it easier, because that's the hardest part for people, is trying to bring their recipes in because they're measuring stuff. This is amazing. These chicken fajitas, seriously, I have never made anything bad on here. Oh, and great, it says 21-day fix, so you can see the difference. But so here you would be, and this recipe is actually in the 21-day fix extreme book, and they are so good. So this makes 4 servings. You would have 2 fajitas, and this is the equivalent. So if we were having fajitas on Tuesday night for dinner, then I would pre-fill out that, knowing that that's how I'm going to end my day. So I want to show you one other thing, or one other little tool here. So if we are doing our tracking, and I've written in, so say I've written in my my Shakeology and my different things. And if I make the fajitas and I see where the fajitas are, well, I'm going to have leftovers. So that is so easy then. If I'm going to have that for lunch the next day, I can just transfer it right over. It's a no-brainer. So it really, really, really is such a simple system. Takes a little practice because it's just different. All it is different. If you haven't been tracking your portions before and meal prepping, then that's probably why you're looking for some sort of meal system, some sort of plan. So please ask questions. You can message me, get in touch with me. If you are not part of one of my groups and you've come across this video, then please get in touch with me, because I've got groups going all the time. I also work one-on-one. I'm a personal trainer, nutrition specialist, behavior change coach. I am a wellness coach and work with people all over the country. And I would love to meet you. And just maybe if you just need some ideas, I'm happy to talk with you. Again, I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, again, then you just let me know. And we're going to stop the share here, and I hope that you are having a great day, and I hope to hear from you soon.